Alright guys, welcome back. So, you have noticed that I have created this video that got my favorite highlights of them and they're going around skating and everything. Hooray. All good stuff. Now I'm all ready to export. Alright, this is the video that I have created that I want to maybe upload onto YouTube, or I want to put on my website, or I want to share with a friend or whatever. I just want it to get it out. Remember on my weird birth analogy from like lesson 3, I want to take this thing that I made right here and I want to take it out of this project and make it its own video. Had a lot of issues the very first semester of how to do this because it's kind of tricky, so pay close attention to what you should do. There's a few things that you need to look out for before you go ahead and export. The first thing that you want to notice is this gray bar right up here. Okay, notice how this is lined up with the end of this. This is good. This means everything that is underneath this gray bar will be exported, will be taken out of the program. But if it's extended past here, all this will be exported, plus a bunch of black nothingness that no one wants to see. And there's a few problems why this is bad. Number one is it will take you longer to export. So maybe you're under a deadline. Maybe you got 5 more minutes to export something and you're waiting forever because instead of just getting just this part that you want, you're waiting for it to export all of this nothingness that doesn't matter at all. Okay, another problem you can run into is it's too short. So you made this awesome video that is, 2 minutes long, looks great, you love it, you're so proud of it, and your little gray bar is only covering about 8 seconds of it, and you go and you export it, turn it in, and this is all you're gonna see is up to this point right here, and it's gonna stop. Okay, so very, very important that you always make sure that your export bar covers exactly what your video is right here. Okay, another thing that you need to make sure of is see this yellow line all around my timeline. Notice how when I click these other boxes and it means it's selected. So if I click here, it means my source monitor is selected. If I click here, it means my program monitor is selected. I need to make sure that my timeline is selected, because this is what I want to export. This is the part that I want to be sent out. Once you are sure that the export bar is where it needs to be at, and this is selected, you then go over to File, Export, Media. Okay, you can also, since I want you to learn shortcuts, you can also hit the Window key on your keyboard and M. That will also bring it up. Okay, so one last check. Over here, you'll see your video playing. You want to take your scrubber here and just scroll through and make sure everything that you want is here, and it looks like it is. Okay, that's kind of like your last check. Alright, so this is where things get confusing. Even I'm kind of confused by codecs. There's millions of them. Look how many you can choose from. They're all sorts of different kinds of things. Alright, what I want you to do anytime you export a video, just video, we'll talk about audio later, that's a whole different beast, but when you're exporting video, I always want your format, this is right here, I want your format to be H.264, then your preset needs to be HD 1080i 29.97. Okay, and probably the most important thing, because this leads to a lot of trouble, is you need to click these yellow letters right here and do a few things after you click them. So once you click them, your Finder window is going to pop up. And it's going to say save as, and remember, this is how we want to always save our videos. You put your period number, underscore, first name, underscore, last name, underscore, and the project name. So I'm just going to put example as my this is my project, is example project. Okay? After you name it, you have to go to your documents folder. Remember when we made a documents folder at the very start of this project? Go to period 1. There it is, the project 1 that I made. Everything that I need is in this folder right here, all organized and everything. You need to make sure that you select this right here. And then you hit save. So now everything is set up the way it needs to be set up. Don't worry about anything else down here. It's all good. All you need to worry about is the format, which is H.264, the preset HD 1080i, and make sure that you change your output name and make sure you know where you're saving at. Once you're all done with that, you hit export. Now, depending on how long the video is, it could take a while. Since this is a relatively short video, it's only 20 seconds, it's going to take about 20 seconds to export. If you have a 5-minute video and you have a bunch of effects in there, you have a bunch of different layers in there, it's going to take a long time. This is high definition. So if you're going on to a deadline and you know you got a bunch of stuff that needs to be exported, give yourself plenty of time to export it because it's going to take a while. Give yourself at least 5 or 10 minutes at the end of class. Okay, so this is how you're going to turn things in for the rest of the year. So this is very important as well. So you're going to have a Google Drive folder. I'm just going to use mine as an example. So we'll just say mine is in here and in period 2, and I'll create my own folder in here. And eventually you will have your own folder. You click into your folder, and you go to your Finder window, and because you know exactly where it's been saved, and you know exactly what it's called, you go to your documents, you go into here, and there is your video right here. Notice how it says MP4. You take it, all you do is drag and drop. And you'll see right here it's loading in. Give it some time to load. If you did everything correctly, this red box looking thing, this is what it will look like. I have had several people, this is incorrect, I've had several people think that they need to bring in their project. See how it says PROJ project, and they take this and they drag it in and they think, bam, they're done. And it's loaded in. If you see this blue piece of paper right here, you've done this incorrectly, because all it is just this. This is all it is. It's the blank canvas. So this is what happens when I double click. Say I want to grade your project. This is the project that you turned in, and I want to watch it. And I click on here. I download it. All right, let's see what he made. All it will do